It's been some time since my last video, and I've really missed you guys. I appreciate your patience and don't dare to think that I would ever leave the sea. Meanwhile, I've been grinding for the golden ghost curse. But enough talking, let's get on with the video. As I start to collect a decent amount of hours in this game, I thought it was time for me to share some tips and tricks for both beginners and experienced players. These tricks I've learned from friends and crewmates throughout my time as a pirate, and I hope this will help you along the way. Starting off, don't you just hate when you break your leg? I mean, breaking your leg in real life might be a little worse, and I'm not sure if the same solution would apply here. Anyways, just look at your compass, sprint and jump. Now you continue to sprint and jump for as long as you want. Of course, well, it's Sea of Thieves. A couple of weeks ago, we were all submarines. Have you bought all the crates from the merchant lady, but you can't get them out? Head over to the shipwright and buy some captaincy supplies. This will usually let you grab the crates. Next up, to avoid being invaded in between hourglass matches, drive to the closest island or outpost and vote to dive. This way, you won't be attacked while taking a break or stocking up on supplies. Since I touched hourglass, one of the most important things is for the cannon to always have angle during a fight. On the sloop, keep the enemy boat between the rope and the lantern, and you will ensure that the cannoneer always have angle. This game got a lot of commendations, and one of them that apply for all the trading companies is the miles sailed on a voyage. Now that we're able to dive to a lot of the voyages, our miles in total might not be that high. Simply having one on the table, and not only when we're doing them, will help accumulate those miles. Over to something different, stashing loot in the Mermaid Statues. Personally, I thought this was patched a long time ago, so by now I would rather rate this as a feature. Let's say you're sailing solo, or waiting for a friend, or trying to stack for Gold Rush. Putting valuable loot in the Mermaid Statues will let you dive to another server, and you will be able to sail over and pick it out again. I mean, the time spent diving down storing it in the statue might beat the actual benefit, but I have to admit, I've used this more than once. Alright, before we proceed with this video, let's take a few seconds admiring this beautiful leather. The one and only tool for boarding enemy vessels. And I'm not speaking about dolphins. When Rare released the wrath of the Harpoongun upon us, the leather will not only be a dust collector, but newer players will look at it as a decoration to make the boat look more authentic. I really wish part of this was a joke, but I'm genuinely scared of what's to come in Season 14. But when it comes to PvP, there is endless of tricks you can do. One strong weapon that people tend to forget is the Blunderbombs. Knocking people off ladder, knocking them from buckets, killing them from the water, but one of my favorites is one that I recently learned. Blundering in the back of a galleon. Just look at how effective this is. Try to hit the Blunderbombs in this spot right here. Mermaids, mermaids, mermaids. They spawn when you don't want them, and they make you swim for days when you need them. If you are at an outpost and want a quick way back to your ship, Blackscreening on the Monkey Island tent is my new favorite. Having a crying chest on board, but you hate having wet socks? Get one of your teammates to hang with it on the ladder. This will prevent the boat from filling up. If you can't locate a piece of treasure on an island, take another treasure and bury it down. This will give you a hint of how close you are. Cooking and fishing will raise the grade of the guild emissary flag. This can be helpful if you're just missing a sliver to reach a higher grade. Doing hourglass can really be stressful for someone, but the price of a curse still makes you want to grind for it. Pay attention to the hour of day you're playing. The matchmaking will find more evenly matched games around peak time, like before and after dinner. Playing late will have you experience longer queue times, but also more random matches. Sometimes you rate really good people, and sometimes not so good. Have this in mind when you're planning on diving. The longer you are underwater searching, the wider the range of opponents gets. To round up this video, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. There is more to come, and I can't wait to see you guys again. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. See you on the seas.